Hey guys, what's up? It's wInevitable here. I am doing something a little different today. Doing a guide, actually. I'm just going to go play through in a random game with a bunch of people I've never met before. I'm playing Tychus, though, and before the game goes down next week for extended maintenance, I wanted to do a little guide on some of the heroes that I play. So basically, this is Tychus. I do take armored piercing rounds the first level. I used to take dash, but I found that it wasn't really making that big of a difference. You can also take frag grenade radius if you want. I usually use this just for that extra damage boost. If I'm focusing down a hero or a large minion of some sort, something. We do have an Abathur, so it looks like I'm gonna go. No, they want Falstad to go mid, but it would be better if he could. And then I'm gonna hop down. Yeah, this makes sense actually with Regar down here. So you've got your overkill where you can move and shoot. You've got a grenade, and you've got your dash where you scoot in. And then see, like, I can knock him back with a grenade and focus him down with the overkill, and that overkill will allow me to roam, or rather run and shoot. Whereas Tychus, if you're familiar with him, normally he has to set up. He has a minigun, so he has to sit still and shoot, like I'm shooting right now. If I move, I stop shooting. So that's why the overkill can be pretty useful. You are going to do more DPS though with this just standing still to a single target at least, versus the overkill. Now, I'm going to try and talk throughout this to kind of tell you what I'm doing, but if it gets a little hectic, I might get a little quiet for a bit. But yeah, Tychus is a lot of fun because if you build him the right way, he can be very, very hard to kill. And because he's a damage dealer, enemy teams will oftentimes try to focus you, and then all of a sudden they realize that they can't kill you, and all that, they're SOL or shit out of luck because. I could have killed him if I was focusing. I could have actually gotten the kill there. He's gonna be aggressive here. Now, I'm not too survivable just yet. I don't have all my upgrades in place. You can use the grenade to keep people away. You can bring it to, kind of like a hook to bring people back in. I'm just dodging bullets here right now. And I'm gonna do this. I don't have backup right now, so. Okay, I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to get a fountain, actually. Raynor doesn't know where I am. Neither one of us has our Abathur. And you can see we're fighting for top shrine right now. I'm just going to try and hold bottom and hold this lane. I do get Vampiric Assault the next one. He's got an Abathur now. Okay, so I'm going to use the grenade to knock him back. Just because with the Abathur, he's going to be able to do a lot more damage than I will. You do have overkill. You could do increased range. But that's really okay. See, he falls back for a fountain. I'm gonna run in and take this down to the halfway point by the time he gets back. Now we got to kill top, so that means we're gonna get top shrine. We might be able to get. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the Dragon Knight because Falstead's down, but I'm gonna hold down here for a bit, try and get some lane XP. At least we can stay up. We're above in experience right now, so that's how everything's going so far. Now, I will get a little more survivable. I have to be very careful here. He's actually trying to, that was really risky actually to go in that far. If Abathur popped up or he'd had maybe a better shot, he could have killed me. But we do get the Dragon Knight, which is pretty awesome. So, and I did it without dying. I go back, heal up, and I'm going to run right back out in mid and try and help this push. See if we could maybe get a fort. He is wearing my my beloved Captain America skin, of course. Falstad here has to be careful. Oh, Raynor comes flying across the screen. Now we're gonna run in, and you really want to focus the squishy targets. Now Abathur is a great target to to focus. I'm gonna go for Raynor here. He does a lot of damage. Raynor and Nova both good targets. Double kill with my grenade, and now I'm just gonna focus Chen down right now. The Dragon Knight's doing a lot of work, boosting in, trying to get into the fight a little bit. The Dragon Knight's about to go down. We're probably going to back up here. I'm going to go for Regar, and I can't get to him. Oh, man, I just missed that kill. If I go any further, though, I'll be tanking both shots and probably take a fall myself. So you do have to be careful. You're not you're pretty hard to kill, but you're not the tankiest of heroes. Searing attacks is good if you have a good healer. Like in this case, I could go with Searing attacks for that extra damage, but I actually like taking first aid just because I'm a little bit more in control of my healing, and it makes me even harder. Like I could pop it right now and get to full health pretty quickly. I'm gonna let those guys get the camps. They're getting a hard camp. I could go get our easy camp, I guess. If there was Somebody's coming down. Taking this 1-on-2 is, you know, I'd eat a lot of damage and get pretty lit up, but with their help here, it's pretty easy to take these so easily. Now we can go actually bottom camp. Yeah, see, we do need to keep lane XP, as he's saying, which is why I didn't really want to go to that camp, but, you know, you can make your judgment calls when you need to. Here's Raynor here. I'm going to scare him away, just to make sure. That was a bad grenade toss, actually. But see, I can use overkill like this. Oh, I got knocked out of it. I was going to use it to move over, so I wouldn't be in a vulnerable spot. Now I pulled him back into me, and he's going to kill me, probably. See, first aid almost saved me there. If I popped it sooner, if I'd been paying it. Talking kind of, I get, wow, I can't believe we lost both. I can't believe Falstad died, but stuff happens. If I wasn't talking as much, I'd have popped first aid sooner, and probably would have outlasted Raynor, actually. You could see I still had a lot of healing left when I went down. And I just popped it way too late because I'm trying to do two things at once. So, yeah, you do have to be careful with how much damage you're taking. Now, looks like Zeratil's alright. I really probably should have just gone straight bottom lane. Now, there's Nova mid. I'm trying to think what I can do, because Chen is so tanky, he's hard to get a kill, but we do get a kill on Raynor right away. And then Chen jumps in. This is going to be another kill here, I believe. He's very tanky, but I can knock him back with a grenade. Didn't even have to knock him back, I just straight up killed him. And then the Odin is what I usually get. You can use the laser drill if you can force people to engage on you. It's pretty awesome, but I just, for survivability and simplicity, I go with the Odin. You know, maybe in time I'll switch more to the... now see, I'm using this so I can move and get vision. I don't want anybody coming in to steal our camp from us. So it's really great to use it for that. Now Zeratil, Nova rather, is on the shrine, their cloaker. Zeratil's on our team. So she's in here, she's right there. You can uncloak her with that, and then I can chase her with the E, the dash. You can either use that to chase heroes, or you can kill them. Unfortunately, in the midst of all that, we weren't able to hold one of our shrines, and they got both shrines up. So that's really unfortunate. They got a Dragon Knight. We did get Mercs pushing bottom lane, so they're going to do some damage unless somebody stops them. And now I'm going to go in. These guys, just try and wear them down. And I do have the Odin ready to pop it. I'm not going to pop it just yet, because I don't want to... I could probably get booted. So, wow, that was a nice, easy kill on Chen. Now, we can get... Oh, it's Abathur, actually. Wow. He, can't believe... Abathur was... He's a ballsy Abathur right there. And popping first aid here. Making a mess of things. I'm going to get Raynor. Okay, he's dead. Now we're going to get Regar. Before he can even ult himself. Triple kill. There's Nova. Can we get her? We'll probably get her too. She's ulting, but it doesn't matter. For this, I will usually go Lead Rain. And not a lot of time to explain it right now, because we're in the middle of this. Ah, he ulted. Before we could kill him. Sneaky, sneaky. These guys are... Chen is quite a tank. He's probably one of the best tanks in the game. Knocking him back, and he's gonna get ulted. He's just so tanky, you can't really kill him in time. Now, I could easily... I'm gonna actually do this. We're gonna get a fort out of this, I think. So I popped the ult here. I saved it. Really could have popped it sooner if I'd wanted, but I'm doing this basically to get the fort. And Nova, too? He's chasing Regar. I'm going to try and catch up to him, but I don't think I can. Popping first aid. There comes the knockback from Raynor. But I'll survive it just fine. Gonna get back in lane. We're up 3 levels at this point. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned if I miss some lane XP. Really looking at this point in the game to get some kills, if we can isolate a hero. Though it's a little hard to coordinate when it's a group of randoms. But these guys are doing a really good job. I have some awesome teammates this time around. Sometimes it feels like you're on completely different worlds, but this has been a really good game for us. Couldn't have picked it better. And now the shrines are up. I'm going to go in here. My first aid is down, and Raynor's here, so This could get rough. Oh, and look at that. Abathur comes in to help me. So, Shrine's ours. Here comes Chen. Uh-oh. I'm trying to focus him down. If we both focus him, we should be able to kill him. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna die because Chen popped in there. But we're able to get the Dragon Knight out of it, which is awesome. And we got it was 1 for 1, so that works. But you can see, you know, Tychus is a pretty what's the word for it? You know, it's like I said, not tanky. He's more of an assassin, more of a carry style hero, and that's why I'm getting Stoneskin now for an extra shield. 30% of your max health is shields for 5 seconds. In that situation, I'd probably live and make it out and grab a fountain. Frag grenade knockback's alright. This is alright. The extra damage. An increased movement speed while the minigun's wound up can be cool, I guess. But this is really what I go with, Stoneskin. I love that extra survivability. Now I've got first aid and Stoneskin, plus the Odin, which is a second health bar. I mean, let these guys know I'm coming. There, you can really see they do need that extra damage. I'm dealing, you know, I deal so much damage that they do miss it. I'm gonna pop the shield here as I go in, and then so if I took any hits there, it went right on my shield. And I've got the Odin up, so I can be very aggressive here. Trying to get Raynor to knock him back. I do just knock him to the side. I don't actually knock him into us. Now here's my overkill. Boom, slowing him down, and he can't even run away. Look at that. I mean, he stopped to shoot. Didn't really try and run away, but he wouldn't have been able to. And now we're gonna try and. Chen is so tanky, but there's a grenade for him. I'm sorry. Every time I get, oh, and that's a nice kill from Zeratul, and we actually get a quad right there. 4 guys down, just their Abathur up. Looks like he's mid lane. Can always tell where he is by the health bars. If they get here and they're still have a lot of health at the middle of the map, then he's probably behind the first series of fort. In this case, he's probably right in here. I would like to get this camp. Yeah, and there's Falstad. Okay, so what I do is, see, I'm in a bad spot right here because they could gank. So I can use the overkill. This is something I do all the time. It's good for splash damage on multiple targets, and it's also good for moving your position while dealing damage. Whether you're chasing down your hero or getting to a better position behind the tank, it's really useful for that. And all of my abilities are up. Plenty of mana, full health. There we go. He's going to get out because Rhaegar there to heal him. But if Rhaegar hadn't popped his ult on him, he'd be dead. I guess we're going to push this, so we're up to... I don't know, yeah, we should probably just set up for the shrines and not push this. Oh, Raynor almost dying. Look at that. I'm going to try and focus Rhaegar here. His ult's down. There's one kill. Raynor had to fall back all the way because he was lit up. Now I'm all the way up in the middle there. Woo! You do a ton of damage, so having Bloodlust is really awesome. You're going to do an insane amount of DPS. And boom, one keep down. We don't even have to get the Dragon Knight for that. And then Rhaegar's here. Go for her because she is pretty squishy, but I'm not going to get the kill because that keeps there. And I'm not going to try and tank a keep for a kill at this point in the game. That would just be wasteful. Fall back. These guys are smart enough to retreat. Sometimes you'll get a teammate who'll just go out of position and die there, and you just kind of, you know, you don't want to take 2 deaths if you're only going to get away with taking 1. In that case, these guys are really smart on top of their game. Now in this case, there's 4 heroes up, right? Raynor's mid. I don't think anyone's coming down. Nova could be on the way. I don't think, it doesn't look like she's coming. I'm going to hang out just in case. And now I'm going to go up. I can watch the bar and see if anybody's taking it, but we already have Dragon Knight, so it's been a pretty smooth game so far. And another thing about overkill, you can re-queue on somebody after you've already queued on them. Oh, there comes the ult. So I can switch overkill targets whenever I want by just tapping Q again. Popping my shield here. I'm not taking a whole lot of damage, but I was taking a little bit. And now I'm going to pop the ult. I just want to... Well, I don't know if she... I think she was focusing me there for a second. I could have popped the ult a little sooner, but we should be able to get a keep here. Regar is in trouble. I think he's going to heal himself. Trying to get this keep, but I don't know if we can. He's going to ult me. Pop in first aid. We're so close to getting it. We actually should kill it right there. Yeah, the ult does bring it down. Our minions are on the core. So while they're fighting us, their core is starting to take damage. I don't want to waste anything on this because that's Abathur's ult. That's not actually really a hero. Almost got Regar. Very squishy target. We do actually get the kill there. And now we can turn on Shen. The Rainer's here. We might want to actually focus Rainer. I'm actually going to burst out. I might take a fall here because I got slowed by that pinning shot. She's going to knock me off again, and then I'm going to boost up, and then I'm going to mount as soon as my mount timer is down. Okay. So that dash really saves me there, getting me out. Of course, the first aid and the Stoneskin played a big role as well, and I'm going to go get this camp. So you can see, if you build Tychus this way, he is extremely, extremely hard to kill. My ult's up in 20 seconds already. I'm going to drop a grenade in the middle of that, and I'm going to get... For level 20, the Odin lasts 50% longer and gains a new ability. The nuke. The nuke is pretty freaking awesome, man. It's a lot of fun to use. Now we have 2 guys going to this easy camp, so I'm gonna split and go all the way down. Looks like Zeratul is going to follow. Remember, we are +3 with 2 keeps down for the opponents, so you can be pretty aggressive here. And my game is lagging. That was interesting. Alright. You can't dodge their shots, unfortunately, at this point. Because, you know, once the base has been capped, you can dodge Siege Mercenary rocks, but you can't dodge them before they're captured by one team or the other. So I'm moving around all fancy and stuff, but it's not actually doing anything. In that case, just a habit. Now, Rainer's on his own here. This is a possibility to get a kill here. Oh, I don't know. My hotkeys didn't work. There we go. Popping the shield. He is going to get an ult. And then we have an ult from their Abathur. So I'm going to fall back a little bit. Pop my ult. And there comes the nuke. You can see right there on the edge of the core. Going to actually hit a lot of people. There goes Zeratul's Void Prison. And we might actually be able to get a kill on Chen here. He is so low, but we don't even need to because the core is just gone like that. So, there's a game with Tychus. I hope that was somewhat useful. I mean, I know I was, I didn't even tell this guy's GG. But, you know, talking a lot throughout. You can see he does die pretty easily, so you have to be very careful, at least, you know, early on. Then once you get your, you know, Stoneskin and First Aid and Odin up, he is so hard to kill. It can be so frustrating. You can see I'm level 10 with him, so I've played quite a bit. And then, well, this doesn't show too much, but let's go back to the talent screen real quick, just to recap of how I'm doing things. So you've got your overkill, which is the move and shoot. Remember, you can re-queue that onto other targets. Frag grenade is nice for knocking people away from you if you're getting chased, or you want to knock someone out of the fight, or knock them out of an ability, like they're casting something and you want to interrupt it. And also, to pull them back in is my favorite thing to do. When you're chasing them, you throw it a little bit ahead of where they are, and it knocks them back towards you. Or it knocks them to the side. You can body block them with a grenade. It's really awesome. Run and gun, useful for catching up to fleeing enemies or for getting out of trouble. And of course the minigun, remember, you have to stand still to shoot in most cases unless you're using overkill. Or, of course, I mean, the Odin is a hell of a lot of fun to use. It's a completely different thing. But, yeah, so you are going to stand and shoot a lot of the times. The Odin, of course, is what I'm using. The laser drill can be fun, but it's stationary, so you have to put it in a position where the enemy team is forced to attack you. And forced to fight on, like on the Cursed map, Cursed Hollow, you could potentially use it on a tribute there, and then they have to come towards the tribute. You know, you could potentially use it like as a linchpin of a defensive wall. But mostly I stick with the Odin because of that second health bar, and you can move and shoot and deal a ton of damage, and it's a lot of fun. Going through the talents, as I said, armor piercing rounds for that bonus damage as I'm focusing down heroes. And it complements really nicely with Lead Rain, which I'll use later on. This slows them, so I can dash forward, hit the Q on them. It slows them down, it's doing extra damage, and then I can use a grenade to knock them back into me and my teammates. I used to use dash, I said, but what I found is that, you know, at the higher levels, you know, if the dash would either get me out of trouble or not at all. It was never really a close call where the increased 25% made a huge difference in my survivability. I was usually still dying anyways. So that extra little bit of range on it really didn't seem to make a difference. It was kind of like I got away cleanly every time, or I was getting lambasted and I just was dead, and the dash didn't make a difference. And that's why I switched it up to actually get something I felt was a little more useful. Frag grenade radius is kind of fun. You can catch multiple heroes in the blast. And of course, you know, when you're using it to body block people, I'm sure it has some really good uses there. Not sure that I would use either one of these. But it's really, you know, it's whatever you do, build them however you want. That's just my 2 cents on the topic. Now, I do use Vampiric Assault, and this ties in nicely with First Aid, and this is where I'm coming into the, and of course Stoneskin later on. This is the healing portion of the build. So you're doing a lot of DPS, and you're really tanky with this. So your basic attacks will heal you for 15% of the damage dealt. Other options, you can periodically empower basic attacks. Thing is, he does little bits of damage a whole lot of the time. So he's doing a ton of damage, but it's split up. So your next basic attack deals 50% additional damage isn't that big of a deal with him, because he's doing all of these little attacks over and over and over at like a high rate of speed. He's got a high rate of fire with the minigun, but a low damage per attack. It's just there's so many attacks that it adds up to a high DPS. Then that's why I really don't take this one. The increased range on Overkill could tie in nicely to chasing people down with it, but like I said, I'm using this because I really enjoy that healing, and you can't always, you know, count on having a pocket support guy there to heal you all the time, and that's where this really comes in handy, especially, you know, playing solo queue. If you want to queue with other people, by all means, you know, try this out. You could do Frag Grenade, does bonus damage to minions and structures, but unless you're building a comp to push a lane, which I don't usually see a lot, especially with Tychus, I wouldn't really do that. Okay, increased Frag Grenade range is kind of cool, and you could do this, the increased sustained attack speed, where you're dealing more, you know, an extra 50% in your speed once you've been attacking for 3 seconds. The thing is, I'd much rather use, well, for me personally, I use First Aid for that healing, like I said, playing solo queue. But also, if I don't take this, if I have a healer, I'm playing with people I know, I'll get Searing attacks, and that's just to increase your basic attack damage for 50% for 5 seconds. And each attack costs mana, but mana has never really been a problem for me with Tychus. I don't think I've ever had a mana problem with him. So this, I mean, you get an extra 50% for 5 seconds of all of those attacks. Now remember, this is basic attacks, so if you don't use your Q and Searing attacks at the same time. The Odin, like I said, I use this. It lasts 23 seconds. Of course, it will last longer, 50% longer when you get to level 20. Now this is fun, really fun to use. It's a second health bar, so you can, they'll focus you down, and all of a sudden you pop the Odin, you're 100% health again, and they're like, oh my god, what did we just do? We spent all of our firepower on this dude, and he's not dead. And then they die, and that's how you win team fights. You know, if you're the squishiest hero in your team and you have the Odin in your pocket and you pull that out as they're focusing you, as the enemy team is focusing you, and then all of a sudden they just go, what the hell just happened? We're in trouble. And that's a big reason why I use the Odin. I've seen this used to great effect, but it's much more situational, and it really relies a lot on positioning. And like I said, forcing the enemy team to attack you because it's not mobile. For level 13, as I've said already, I use the slow so that, you know, I can chase people down. I mean, bonus attacking move speed, I've seen this used, so you can get really fast. Relentless to have disables is a possible one. I mean, but like I prefer this to slow people down. And you know, I don't generally use Giant Killer on him, but that's also an option. For this, level 16, like I said, Stoneskin for that survivability. Knockback's alright, but you know, I mean, I'm just generally good enough with this, what I have already from the Frag Grenade, that I don't need to improve it anymore. And level 20, as I said, I usually get the big red button. You could, you know, if you go with the laser drill, you could get the focusing diodes. And I mean, potentially, if you're getting, I guess if you're getting really focused and you need an escape, you could use Bolt of the Storm on top of your dash, but it just seems like overkill. And like I said, the way we build them with Vampiric Assault and First Aid and Stoneskin and the Odin, survivability is not really a problem for Tychus in the late game. Early game, yes. Late game, not so much. So that's Tychus. That's how I build him. Of course, you know, he's got a pretty cool master skin. if you like that. Looks a little bit like a football player and has a scope on a minigun, which I don't know why, but he's a fun guy to play. I definitely recommend him. And I've been talking for 25 minutes, so I'm gonna shut up, let you guys go play. I hope this was useful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have your own suggestions for Tychus, leave them there too. That's fine. Everybody's got their own play style. But if you're looking to play Tychus, you wanted some info, this is how I do it, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm Win, and this is it. I'll be bringing more to you in the near future, so definitely come back, tune in, subscribe, like, comment, and there'll be more coming your way shortly, guys. All right, take care.